Hi, this is Professor Tully, and what I want to do is to give you a demonstration on how to perform your first exercise. It's a two-part system that we're using. One is your Canvas, and the other one is a Cengage system called MindTap. So throughout the course, we're going to be bouncing back and forth between the two. So we'll go ahead and jump into our class. And I'm going to set this view up as a student view so it resembles more of what you would expect on your screen. So once you've registered successfully into MindTap, you should be able to go into assignments, and there's listed all of the assignments. Now, what it's going to do for you, it's going to show it by date at first. What I'd like you to do is show by type. Okay, this breaks it up by unit, and it shows each exercise for that unit. So let's go ahead and jump into our first assignment, which is compiling and executing a C++ program. And then it brings up another window, and this one has you load in a separate tab in your browser, the MindTap connection. Okay, once you get there, you're going to go to the first assignment, and you're going to see all the links for this unit, or the first chapter. Now, you don't want to skip over these, even though they're not counted as your grade, because these are going to help you to understand the coding aspect before you actually dive into it and begin writing the code for your program exercise. So I'm going to open up the coding assignments, and there's 3 of them. The first one we're going to perform is, again, the compiling and executing a C++ program. Now what this is going to do, it's going to bring up another screen, and there's an orange button labeled Start Assignments. Now you're going to click that, and it's going to bring in what they call a sandbox, and it's basically a virtual server with a compiler built in for each of the 3 languages, C++, Java, and Python. Okay, so once I've done that, you want to look at the instructions. Now I've already coded, just to save time, I've coded exactly what they were asking for, but they wanted us to have, to modify the program. Now you're going to be given a program, but it's going to be stripped down. You're going to have to add to it to make it complete. So I added in, I'm learning how to program in C++ as the first line, and then they wanted a second line that says, that's awesome. So having read the introduction to programming, they'll tell you what all these different command sets mean when you code into your programs. So anyway, once you get that coded, you want to run it. If you go down to the lower right hand corner, there's a run button, and if you click that, it's going to generate the output. Okay, but that's not the last thing you want to do. The last thing you want to do is you want to code check it. So we're going to run the checks by going into the second task button and running checks. And once that's done, you want to look to make sure you have a green checkbox that says complete, and the details match, the results match what was expected. Now, what would happen if it didn't match? Let's say, for example, I put a capital A here, and I run the check. Your code is working fine. It's just they're looking for exactly what they asked you to put in, which was awesome as a lowercase a. So when I ran the check, you can see here that it didn't match. That's what that red box means. So we'll go ahead and change that to a lowercase a, rerun the check. And you can see in this green button, now it went from 50% of the points to 100%. So the last thing you want to do once you've executed the code and you check the syntax, you want to go ahead and submit it. And confirm as the last step. We'll take that and record it into MindTap and link it out to your gradebook in Canvas. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions on that, feel free to email me.